time. We have a dark, sour, bitter vision of the past, a vision of a brighter, of a safer, of a more affordable, better run New York City. And all we gotta do is get on the boat. I mean, I love this city so much, and I believe in its future. And for its future, we need new leadership. It can't be corrupt. It can't be looking backwards. It has to say the city can be safer, it can be more affordable, it can be better run. Let's get the leadership in place to do it, and that's what this campaign is all about.
Any last thing you want to say before tomorrow?
Get out and vote. We've been running this campaign for the better part of a year. Election day is finally here. You know, there's Donald Trump in the White House. With the affordability crisis, with all the corruption at City Hall, it has felt like a dark time for democracy. In many ways, it is a dark time for democracy, and yet New Yorkers have everything we need to get in a better city. So that's what I've been talking about. I'm really excited to do it tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, this way to the next round, back to New York City. The sun is going down, but a new day is dawning in New York.
Hello, GJ Goldenheart.
I'm the organizing director for the Brad Lander campaign. If you are here tonight, we better see you in those streets tomorrow, getting every last vote out there for Brad. If you're an organizer with the team, can you raise your hand where the organizer's at? These folks are going to be coming around after the rally, giving you all shift sheets. We want you all to fill one of those out to join us out there in the streets tomorrow. So, we've got some fantastic allies of Brad and folks that have worked with him here to say a few words tonight. We are going to start with a fantastic organization, Make the Road. Rebecca, I need your help with translation. All right, I'll pass the mic over. I'll pass the mic to Mariano.
Mi nombre es María Rubio y soy de Make the Road Action. My name is María Rubio and I'm from Make the Road Action. Y estamos aquí hoy representando a la comunidad latina votante porque queremos que Brad Lander sea nuestro alcalde. We are here as part of a representative of Latino voters because we want to make sure that Brad Lander is our mayor. Tengo 25 años de conocer a Brad Lander.
She's known Brad for 25 years, I believe she said.
Hemos estado juntos en muchas luchas. Siempre que yo estoy en una marcha, que estuvimos trabajando por los $15, por fast food, por mejoras, por robo de salario, por viviendas asequibles, Brad Lander estaba ahí, en nuestro lado. Brad Lander for 25 years, and throughout this time, every march, every fight, we have been together. Whether it's for the fight for 15, whether it's for better homes for people, whether it's for better livelihood for New Yorkers, Brad has always been there. Durante estos 20
No time for Cuomo. No time for Cuomo. Time for Cuomo.
Es importante saber por qué tenemos que votar por un candidato como él. Es importante. Hoy estoy aquí para recordar. Mañana es el gran día. Mañana 24 de junio vamos a salir a votar y vamos a hacer que nuestro voto, nuestra decisión, haga de un Nueva York mejor. Por eso vamos a votar por Brad Lander. Tomorrow is the day. It is the day that we stand up for the New York that we want. It is the day that we stand up for Brad Lander and we make him mayor of the city. Recordemos que la decisión está en nuestras manos. Nosotros decidimos no regresar al pasado. Nosotros decidimos tener un Nueva York que vivamos en comunidad y tener un Nueva York para nuestra familia y nuestros hijos. Today for us to remember that we are not seeking the past. We are seeking a new day and a new future together. It is a new future for ourselves, for our community, and for our families. Así que mañana desde las 6 hasta las 9 vamos a salir a votar porque nosotros vamos a votar a ganar. Brad Lander será nuestro alcalde porque nosotros decidimos y no vamos a permitir que otros decidan por nosotros. ¿Sí se puede?
Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
Hasta la victoria, compañeros. ¡Sí se puede! I just want to emphasize, she stresses very much, our future is in our hands. We make this choice tomorrow with our vote of the future that we want to see. And we are doing it together from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. to the victory.
Let's try this one. Rank Brad #1. He's the one to get it done.
Rank Brad #1. He's the one to get it done. Rank Brad #1. He's the one to get it done. Rank Brad #1. He's the one to get it done. Rank Brad #1.
Next, I'm honored to bring up the city council member for this district, Councilmember Crystal Hudson.
All right, welcome to District 35. I'm so excited to see you all here, to welcome those of you who maybe don't live in District 35 or you're visiting District 35 for the first time. Just so you know, I represent the neighborhoods of Crown Heights, Prospect Heights, Brook Street, and I want to just say something that might be a little sobering. So I'm apologizing in advance because I don't mean to bring the mood down. But the reality is that we are at war. And there is one person that I can think of who would be the best person to be the mayor of this city at a time like this. And that is Brad. We need steady leadership. We need reliable leadership. We need honest leadership. We need compassionate leadership. We need real leadership. We need leadership that comes from a place that most can't understand or don't know or haven't lived. Brad has been a council member. Brad is the comptroller. Brad has been a community leader. Brad has done things that I don't even know about with affordable housing. Because he did it for so long. Brad has done so much, but really and truly, I think each and every one of us is out here because Brad is a real person. Brad cares about all of us. Brad cares about the city. Brad is somebody who is literally willing to put his body on the line
everybody of who Brad is tomorrow when we're at the poll sites across the city. We need to make sure that people know and understand the times that we're living in, the type of leadership that we need, and Brad is it. We're all here because we know Brad is it. I know that I'm preaching to the choir, but I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your effort. Thank you for being here in the heat, although it's cooled down just a little bit. Thank you in advance for all the work that you're going to do tomorrow to make sure we bring this home for Brad to be the next mayor of New York City.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do? When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Democracy is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
All right, next up, I want to bring up Assembly Member Bobby Carroll.
Good evening, Brooklyn. You're also in the 44th Assembly District, which I think is also third in early voting if you count it by Assembly District. But we don't need to talk about all that. I want to tell you a quick story about Brad Lander. It happened 9 years ago. I had just gotten elected to the state assembly, but of course, Donald Trump was just elected president of the United States. Follow me. What did Brad do? He was the first elected official, the first organizer in all of Brooklyn to bring people from all walks of life to Congregation Beth Elohim about 2 weeks after that election. And that brought scores of organizers and activists together who then created organizations that made our city and our state a better place. That's who Brad Lander is. That's what Brad Lander will do if he's mayor of the city of New York. He will bring together our beautiful, diverse city to make sure that everyone has a seat at the table and that we make a better city for all of us. That is a special talent. Brad is the only person in the race who has that talent. And that's why I support Brad Lander. I think that's why you all support Brad. And we've got about 24 hours left to make sure a few 100,000 other New Yorkers support Brad Lander. So please go out and vote and let's rank Brad number one.
When I say don't rank, you say Cuomo. Don't rank.
Cuomo!
Don't rank.
Cuomo!
Don't rank. When I say rank one, you say Brad. Rank one.
Brad!
Rank one. Don't rank. Don't rank. Rank one. Rank one.
Brad!
You guys are so good at this. Next up, I'm going to bring up Senator Andrew Gurnardi. Thank you, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Who here is pumped up for Mayor Brad Lander? Who here is pumped up for Mayor Brad Lander? So we are nowhere near my district.
Hey, Wesley.
Let me tell you, the only thing that I would give up bath time with the kids for is to be out here for this man behind me. Because in the decade plus that I've known Brad, Brad has consistently shown up for people, whether the cameras were on or off, whether people knew about it or didn't know about it, but always because it was the right thing to do. Now we have a choice facing our city tomorrow. We are going to chart the course for the next 4 years for our city. And I can think of no better captain at the helm of that ship than Brad Lander. He is a leader with vision. He is a leader with integrity. And he is a leader that when you cut him, he bleeds New York City blue. Am I right?
candidates who never believed in the promise of New York City. This man never wavered. Yeah. This man never stopped believing in the possibility of a better, brighter future for all of us. And that is why I am so damn proud to have ranked Brad as my number one. He will always be so tomorrow, for those of you that haven't voted yet, get your asses out there and vote. Get your friends out there to vote. You have to get them to bring their friends out there to vote. And I know that when the polls close tomorrow, we're going to send shockwaves through the city because Brad Lander will be our Democratic nominee to be the next mayor of the city of New York. Thank you.
Give it up for Senator Gaddafi! Y'all, I'm so excited for Brad Lander to win the election tomorrow. All right, next up, he just got here. He doesn't know about to bring about it, he does. I'm gonna bring up your borough president, Antonio Reynoso. Good evening. I'm so happy to be here. First, I just want to say, I got a lot to say. But I'm going to try to cut it short. Nobody has been more present and more important to the progressive movement in the city of New York than Brad Lander. This is not a political speech. No one can find me somebody that's done more to move this city in a progressive way than Brad Lander. It's not even close. Reforms to policing, reforms to Rikers Island. Sorry, guys. Brad Lander. Yeah. Reforms to the sanitation. Every bill that I passed, by the way, the Right to Know Act, was Brad Lander's bill that he gave me as a freshman council member. Commercial waste zone. I stole that from Brad too. But it doesn't matter where he stands. He's always leading and he's always had our back. Because I was a young council member who had the entire weight of the power of City Hall falling on top of me to comply, to be normal, to live with mediocrity, to be afraid of the funding that would leave my community should I not fall in line. And as a young 29-year-old council member, I was searching and looking for what type of elected official I wanted to be. And Brad Lander stood up at every single stated meeting and fought. He fought every single time. He showed me the type of elected official I wanted to be. I am who I am today because I'm emulating the foundation that Brad set forth for me when I was a 29-year-old councilman. And I know what the time is, and I know what's happening in the city of New York. We know it. But we can't fail Brad now. We can't allow for him to carry this torch, his whole career, sacrifice everything
Nice, Wesley. I'll check
to
that
come
out.
to this moment and that we won't be there for him. Brad is my number one when I go out and vote tomorrow. And I will always show up for Brad, but we need to show up too. We need to show up. We need to show this city what we really are, what we want to be. The national conversation has had too many people shook that Trump was the way to go, that moving to the right is the way to go, that what we believe is true, that helping the neediest, helping middle-class families, expanding child care, helping build housing, that all that stuff is of another time, that it's gone too far. That's nonsense. In this city, it's exactly what we need. And Brad Lander is going to deliver that. So, I also don't want you to forget that I'm running for office as well.
Ranked Antonio number one.
All right.
Who already ranked Antonio number one?
So, I'll leave with this. It's a model that I continuously use throughout my entire time as borough president.
This is
And it's something that is rooted in my soul and who I am. And it's that I always lead with love. Biggie Smalls says, spread love is the Brooklyn way. Yeah. Tomorrow, when you vote for Brad, that's exactly what we'll be spreading love the Brooklyn way and getting Brad to be the next mayor of the city of New York.
Cuomo! Cuomo! Cuomo!
All right, next up, I'm going to bring up council member all the way from Queens, Tiffany Garber.
What's up, y'all? I don't know how many people I've had to tell this to coming out of Brooklyn. But I'm a Queens girl. And there's a very, very, very short list of things that will bring me to Brooklyn. For real though, honestly, it's an honor. It's an honor to be able to share space and talk about what Brad means to me, what Brad has meant to the city, and I'm gonna get into it, what Brad means to this country. Because Brad has undoubtedly been the most selfless, dedicated colleague I have ever had the privilege of working with. Period. I do in fact work with a lot of really, really wonderful, dedicated public servants. And Brad is in another stratosphere. I want to tell you why. Because this man, he doesn't do the work for the attention, for the praise, for the credit, for everything that you can name that Brad has done. There's about 10 to 20 that I can name that doesn't have his fingerprint on it, that doesn't have his name on it, but that he was absolutely critical in getting over the finish line. Brad is the colleague that when I get some big idea or some campaign that I want to run on a crazy short-ass timeline, Brad's there to extend his support, his skills, his staff, his resources to get it done, and then steps back. Because there is something so deeply rooted in his body. Like this man, he lives to build something bigger than himself. That there is no elected official that has done more in New York City for the progressive movement than Brad Landry.
That's what I usually go shy.
That Brad has helped make progressive politics possible across the country, on the West Coast, in the South, in big cities, in red states. He is a co-founder of an organization that I sit on the board of called Local Progress. That has grown to be a multi-million-dollar, huge staff organization that exists just to support and lift up progressive municipal elected officials. There is no end of this country that Brad has not touched with his desire to build something bigger, bolder, and more beautiful than himself. And he understands that you cannot do it alone. So I am here proud to support Brad because not only does he have that beautiful vision, not only is he generous and selfless in that, but here's the thing I love. As a nerd, here's the thing that I love. It's not just theoretical, it's detail. He knows how to do it. He has and then he can execute it. And that is what this city needs in this moment. I thought everyone said it really well. But you've got a man who encapsulates all the things that we need in this moment. So, honestly, thank you for letting me come up here and talk about how much I deeply love, respect, and appreciate Brad.
I'm going to delete your comment. show how intolerant conservatives are, so it speaks volumes. That's your argument that you're making, is how intolerant you are, so give yourself a pound of back. You just make yourself look stupid, pal.
All right, appreciate y'all.
Congrats for making looking stupid. Yeah, generally, if people here are group people saying how much they don't think women should vote, they probably won't vote for that. Congratulations.
I know you guys want to hear Brad. We got one more speaker before Brad. He's a man from Brooklyn. Let's bring up your public advocate of the
There's Jamadi Williams. He's a public advocate.
How y'all doing out here? It looks like we might beat Andrew Cuomo. I'm really excited to be here with my friend Brad Lander. I gotta tell you, we've been rocking for a very, very, very long time. And whenever I needed to add some color to a space, I went out to Brad to make sure we did that. A lot of folks know the work that I did with the abuse and stop, question, and frisk. This was my partner in safety the whole run through. And I gotta tell you, there was only 2 or 3 council members, like, no disrespect to all the council members, but when you get those phone calls, people don't really understand. When you get powerful people call you and say you have to do this and you have to do that, and you have to take political risks, it gets really hot.
Sorry, guys. Oh, man.
Now, when I was in the city council,
Not me to do that.
served with a lot of folks, and there were 3 people that I knew if the fire was coming, no matter what was coming in that fire, we were going to rock out because it was the right thing to do. The first one was Brad Lander.
Well, we have a weird ass green screen. I'm trying to get out of it, but I'm not that smart. Guys, does anybody want to get off the green screen?
So I know. Look, and I also got to tell you something. As a citywide black elected official, it is hard to watch what's happening with another more powerful citywide black elected official. But what's even more frustrating to me is people would ask me, why are you doing this to a black elected official?
Sorry, guys.
Some of those same people were Andrew Cuomo.
Blake, you're funny.
The last time I checked, he ain't black. So that makes no sense to me. So what I've begun to understand is that people wanted to diversify the bullshit that was there. They didn't want to change the bullshit that was there. Andrew Cuomo represents the bullshit that's been there. Andrew Cuomo represents the Democratic Party that brought us
Hey,
Donald Trump.
let's just say something racist.
Every decision they made, every endorsement they made, all the people they endorsed against brought us Andrew Cuomo.
Just don't say anything racist.
I know some of y'all still rock with Clinton.
Don't say anything sexist. Well, you're on the borderline. You said something sexist, but
And to my black New Yorkers, when I think of Clinton and the Clintons,
Trump. I'm
I
not
think of
surprised by
Super
that,
Blake.
Blake.
I think
That's
of
why I let you
Haiti,
speak.
and I think of
We're
Rwanda.
happy to have you.
We didn't have the courage that we needed in those times for everybody.
We're not
I
happy.
do know with Brad Lander, we have that courage. To protect a city that is safe and affordable for everyone. Does that require safety for some at the backs of others? Does not require affordability for some on the backs of
Blake,
others.
nobody says you're
And I've
racist, you're
seen it.
sexist.
So when people
That's what
talk
you are.
about why I've been rocking with Brad for so long, why I would rank him number 1. But why I would rank him number 1 is because not only do I hear what he says that he's done, I've seen it on the ground. And I'm
Blake, did you just say women shouldn't vote, or is that somebody else in this chat? Because when you said that, that's sexist. It's directly sexist.
Andrew Cuomo. And the
I
nation,
cannot deny that.
I say no, you say Cuomo. No!
Cuomo!
No!
Cuomo!
No!
Well, exactly.
Get in that booth.
Except with
Please,
you,
rank
Trump is probably
Brad
not.
Lander, number 1. Whatever you do, do not think of Andrew Cuomo walking in that booth. Erase him from your mind and rank
the whole
love Julia
damn
Cabanes.
snake.
Tiffany Cabanes. Is that
Man
adorable
who
or is that
stayed
adorable?
true. For like 30 years, he's been talking
And
about
this is
the
the
same
most
thing.
fun thing to
At
film.
some point, you gotta
Adorable.
believe him. And as comptroller, he did a great job
I
to
love
lead
this
us and
dog.
navigate and spoke truth to power. That man is comptroller now.
It's the
With your
cutest
help,
thing
he
ever.
could be mayor tomorrow. Comptroller.
Good dog parent right there. One more close up of the dog. One more. That's the coolest dog ever. You gotta love this dog. I'm just gonna film this dog the whole time, guys. How awesome is that dog? Alright, time for break.
Are you ready to get out the boat tomorrow? Are you ready to spread the Brooklyn way?
Blake, no, I won't be there. Sorry, I'll be at the Minji one.
Are you ready to
Sorry.
make history? I am so grateful to everybody who is out here and so excited for what we are on the cusp of. This campaign has been quite a whirlwind. Even today, quite a whirlwind. Let's see, I started on the Breakfast
Well,
Club.
Tiny will
You'll
just
hear
have
that
a
tomorrow.
hearing. GDT will just have a hearing
I
until
see
then.
Ryan Lehrer. Soran Lambati and I were just on the Colbert Show. And I'll be honest, all those things weren't even in the top 2 of the favorite things of my day. The second favorite, you guys are out right now. And I can't tell you what it means to me to see everybody who is here. Let me just start by thanking this set of people behind me, because, you know, they say, like, judge you by your friends, by the people that you roll with.
Yes, that's Brad Lantern.
Could do better than rolling with State
That's
Senator
my YouTube.
Andrew Bernardez.
Oh, is that Brad? Yes. Brad is the one who got arrested at the ICE facility.
Council Member Crystal Hudson. My partner in safety and just deep trusted friend now of many years, Public Advocate Jumani Williams. Brooklyn Borough President Antonio Reynoso. And nobody rolls better than Make the Road Action. I am so proud to roll with, and I can't tell you what it means that you guys have stuck by my side for 25 years and every day of this election. One more time for Make the Road. I'm going to say a little more tomorrow night about my family and what they have meant to me across this campaign. But give it up tonight. Just
No more baby milk.
And you saw that Meg was there last Tuesday and again on Friday. And I will try to do this tomorrow night without crying. But there's just no woman in the world who is as lucky as I am to have a partner like Meg. But I did tell you that this is only my second favorite event of the day. Because my favorite event is that I started the day at the PS10's 5th grade graduation. And I won't go into my whole spiel about how I believe that there is no better celebration of American democracy than a public school 5th grade graduation. I'll just tell you, I really believe it's true.
This is New York, yeah, Brooklyn.
Sometimes I love the city so much, I have a hard time explaining it. Like when we're out at the Celebrate Brooklyn concerts, or when I'm up in Morris Park for Eid, and I didn't even know there were these mosques with Ghanaian and Nigerian families in the most beautiful robes, or last night there's this picnic in Prospect Park that's the most glorious thing you've ever seen. And every single day there's this incredible bunch of New Yorkers who make this city just more and more glorious. And I am so grateful to all of them and all of you and all of those fifth graders of PSN. A lot of you here tonight have been part of this for many years.
years now, not just for the past year of this campaign, but there's folks here who were part of the work at the Fifth Avenue Committee, Ben Dolchin, where we saved tenants from getting evicted, thousands of affordable homes, and organized neighbors to create good jobs, and all of that work is still going on today. And some of you here were involved in my very first campaign for city council. Thank you, Michael Friedman, Schnapp, many others who were there. And together, out of that, we created the Progressive Caucus. We brought participatory budgeting to New York City. We took on some tough fights, whether they were the Prospect Park West bike lane, or integrating the middle schools of District 15. When Donald Trump got elected that first time, we did all that organizing with Get Organizing BK to say we're going to fight for this democracy. And then 4 years ago, a lot of you helped, and we rolled together. And in a race where I was a big underdog, we shocked people 4 years ago.
Beat Corey.
You elected me the controller of the city of New York.
Hell yeah! That's my arch nemesis, Corey Johnson. You beat my arch nemesis, so I always appreciate it. It's a long story.
And I've been really proud to serve in there, fighting to make sure that the pension money that is our teachers and our firefighters and our school crossing guards, retirement security is strong, that we're using every single tax dollar we can, and making city government work better for people every single day. So thank you guys for all that support. Then 1 year ago, we decided to launch this campaign. And it was a pretty different time. We had a different president, and we hoped for a different president. And we imagined a race against Eric Adams, who had made himself such a feature of corruption that we knew New Yorkers want a new mayor. And I have been proud over that past year to build a campaign that believes in a safer, more affordable, and better run city for every single New Yorker. And you guys have built that with me. We built a campaign that knows we can end street homelessness for people with serious mental illness. It can be a city where people sleep on the subways and the streets of our neighborhoods. We built a campaign that knows we can build affordable housing for every single New Yorker. We built a campaign that knows as an example we can protect every worker from being fired with no reason. We built a campaign that knows at just every 4-year-old, but every 3-year-old and every 2-year-old need free and great child care. Worked on that, so I want to do this shout out quickly, but I really want to appreciate the incredible staff that have powered this campaign. So I'm going to start by thanking Jeremy Parkin and the organizers. Organizers, stand up and raise your hand. That's an incredible team, and I know they're all organizing you tomorrow to get out to vote, so thank you. Boy, we've had the best damn comms team in the campaign, so thank you, Dora Peckett. We have an awesome digital team that's out there. Digital team, will you guys stand and give wave your hand? Thank you. Thank you, Kobe. Thank you, Arden. Takes a lot to raise the money to power all of that, and we've had thousands of New Yorkers contribute. Thank you, Serena and Gabriella, for leading all of that work. Lots of political work to do. Thank you, Vedika Gopal. You gave us a lot to come on this race, and I'm so grateful that you did. Thank you, Jaime, for all of your incredible work. I think the first staffer on this campaign was our first translator of tonight's rally. Where's Rebecca Rodriguez? So much heart and love and humanity and compassion to me and this whole team. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Nora Prickner has held this whole team down over and over and over again. I am not an easy person to be the body person or staff for, I'm telling you, not easy at all. And the person who
who has done that with like so much grace is Obi Lattimore. Obi, stand. And then there are two people that have just been the anchors of this campaign, but also of my work over so many years now. We have by far the most incredible campaign manager on this campaign that I could possibly. Up there with her whole family. I see you, Amy, and Theo and John. Thank you for lending us your mom over and over and over again. I'm telling you folks, if you ever find yourself in a foxhole, the person you want in that foxhole with you is Allison Hirsch. Allison. And I harkened back to that 2009 race for city council when, I'll be honest, I had no idea what I was doing. I knew some things about affordable housing, but nothing about electoral politics. And we had the good fortune to start working with the person who was running at that time the Working Families Party City Council campaign operation. You can give it up for the Working Families. And then somehow the person who led that decided that it was worth coming to work with me. And over the past 16 years, I have had the most tremendous chief of staff. I mean, I don't know what relationships there are of 16 years in politics like this, but every single accomplishment that this set of people talked about and everything else we have done, like I get to bask in the glory and take some of the credit and be in the newspapers and talk to you all about it. But you know that there's a staff doing that work, and the fact that Rachel Goodman has been that chief of staff that Okay, so let's see. I will try to hustle us along, and what I will say is it has been a long road since last July when we launched this campaign with this vision of a safer, more affordable, and better run city. And there have been a lot of twists and turns. Donald Trump was elected President of the United States and changed the nature of our fight for our democracy and what the future of this city looks like. Andrew Cuomo came into this race. And for a while it seemed like that meant there was an inevitable supervillain who was going to be the next mayor of our New York City, but we stood together and said, no way, we are going to fight back. We are not going to let that happen. And we've been working hard every day since last July and building this incredible campaign. And over the last 2 weeks, I have to tell you, as we enter the home stretch, the momentum that we have built together has just been truly extraordinary. So just about 2 weeks ago, as we were getting set for the stretch drive, we found out, all right, a bunch of people are starting on board to get on board. And I don't mean the New York Times editorial board. They wrote a riddle nobody understands. But at least they brought 15 folks together, and that New York Times opinion panel said, Brad Vander's the best candidate for mayor. And that put a little pep in my step last Thursday night as I started to move toward that debate stage. And my team had prepared me well, but I'm super grateful that my son, Marek Barnett, was like, Dad, you better throw some harder punches at Andrew Cuomo tonight. And I hope I made you proud on that debate stage. Sure that we don't forget the women that he sexually harassed, or the people that he sent into nursing homes and then lied to their families, all the times he defunded our transit or our healthcare or our housing. We will not have a corrupt, abusive past governor as a corrupt, abusive next mayor. Not gonna have it. And then coming off of that debate, the very next day, I was proud to stand together and cross-endorse State Assembly member Zohran Mamdani. And I'll be honest, we did it because we don't want Andrew Cuomo to be mayor, and so we said we gotta form a coalition to block him. But then something even better happened, because not just electoral coalition, but something that felt more like solidarity. People said, wow, what would it look like to work together to build a better future for this city? Could we have a politics that looks more like a team sport? Could we have, yeah, you can give it up. across endorsement has, I think, lifted a lot of people over the last 2 weeks. So much so that Stephen Colbert decided to have us on tonight. While Andrew Cuomo is modeling a selfish, bitter, backward-looking, angry vision of the city, we are modeling a forward-looking, optimistic, hopeful, collective vision of New York City.
Remember that.
All right, let's hear it for that. All right, and I'm almost to the end now, but then last Tuesday, just 1 week ago tomorrow, I went down to the immigration court for the third time. I have been several times to bear witness to what is being done as people's rights are being stripped away. And say, in this city with the Statue of Liberty in the harbor, we will not stand by silently as people's rights are stripped away and they're disappeared. We won't do it. And I had done that by myself, not by myself the first 2 times, I hadn't brought any family members. But Meg had said to me, hey, what goes on down there? And I said, let's go do this one together. And the first family we walked out was this beautiful family of 4 with a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old. And we were able, even though we were afraid they were going to be scooped up and grabbed, to walk them out of the building and have them be able to go back to their neighborhood and their schools and their loved ones. And that feeling is really powerful when you can love somebody like that. And then we went back upstairs, and Edgardo came out of his hearing where he had just been stripped of his status as an asylum seeker, and Meg and others tried to explain to him what was going on, and that we hoped we would be able to walk with him out of the building. And we linked arms, and we started walking. And you saw what happened there. A gang of masked, non-uniformed ICE agents descended on us. And they separated us as we asked to see the warrant for his detention. And they held me for 4 hours, and that got some attention. But they're still holding Edgardo tonight. Shame! And I'm happy to say we were at least able to find his family and connect him with a lawyer. We're going to do everything we can. But more than that, Meg and I went back again last Friday. We're going back again on Thursday, whatever happens tomorrow. Process rights for people. We will fight for our immigrant neighbors. We will fight for our values. We will fight for New Yorkers. We will fight for this democracy. And that's so much of what this campaign is about, is delivering that affordable housing, that childcare, that better run city, so we can live up to New York values. And it's showing some steel in our spine so we can stand up for New York values. And every one of you is doing that tomorrow when you help go get out the vote. When you send that last text to all your friends. Every one of you is doing that tonight or tomorrow when you send out one more email. We can win a future for this city that looks forward, that defends people's rights. That prevents Andrew Cuomo from getting anywhere near City Hall. I am so grateful for everything you have done. 24 more hours, folks. Let's go get out there.
Which means that in just 24 hours the polls will have closed. And I don't know about you all, but I don't want to be there at 9 o'clock feeling like I didn't do enough. So we're going to end this on a really high note. If you guys want to stay standing, elected officials, stay standing. Everyone can put your hands in the air, both hands. If you're holding a sign, you can hold a sign up too. 2 hands in the air. There you go. Everyone watching, same thing, 2 hands in the air. Now repeat after me. With these hands. With these hands. I will build community.
I will build community.
With these hands.
With these hands.
I will make a difference.
I will make a difference.
With these hands.
With these hands.
I will build a better city.
I will build a better city.
With these hands.
With these hands.
I will send Andrew Cuomo back to the
the suburbs.
Let's send Andrew Cuomo back to the suburbs. These hands.
I will elect Brad Lander, mayor of New York.
Elect Brad Lander, New York.
Stay away for 1 second. We're going to take a big group photo with everyone. If everyone, just everyone go right here. Quick group photo. Stay. We're all bunching a little together, guys. Everyone squeeze together. I know it's hot, but it's okay. Squeeze it together. We're going to take a group photo. There we go. Right where you are. Why wouldn't they do it? There's too many people. We gotta back up. Oh my God.
I'm gonna sneak a smoke, guys.
All right, we're on. All right, look right here. One. Oh,
Hit a 1 if you. I gotta go home relatively soon. Put a 1 if you want me to try to interview some people. Put a 2 if you don't really care. I just grabbed a cigarette. So that way we had a busy day today. So Zoran and Brad. She's had some good enthusiasm too. Very good, nice turnout for a mayoral rally. But I think I'll probably leave soon unless you really want me to interview some people. Although we've interviewed a lot of people today. So put 1 in chat if you do. Put 2 in the chat if you're alright with me just skipping. But if I don't hear from you, I will sign off. Please do subscribe. Tomorrow's going to be busy. I'm going to do my best. I think I'll be able to do it to try to make the election night party for all three for the 3 most major candidates. So I'm going to try to make Brad's party. I'm going to try to make Zoran's party, and I'm going to try to make Cuomo's party. So tomorrow will be very busy. Election palooza. In addition, I'll be covering some of the Diddy trial in the morning. So a lot will be happening. Brad might be the compromised guy, ultimately. All right, guys, I'm going to jet off. Much love to you all. Please do subscribe. Subscribe for more mayoral election coverage. And after the mayor's election, nobody will care. And they'll be done. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.